up in sports. Fans wondering, are we going to see a college football season? Up next with Jamie Edmonds. She talks to former Michigan coach Lloyd Carr to get his thoughts on that and some of his favorite maize and blue memories. Of course, sports have been benched for a long time now. It's hard to tell exactly how many days it has been. The professional sports leagues all talking about coming back without fans. But what about college sports?
Yeah, it's a good question. Jamie Edmonds caught up with former Michigan coach Lloyd Carr and asked him about his thoughts in this edition of Benched.
Will there be a college football season this year? I asked legendary Michigan coach Lloyd Carr what his hunch is.
Charbonnet, the big back, in the game. Patterson pulls it down, fires, touchdown. Nick Eubanks.
It's a terribly big time in college football because we've got these great players that want to play and fans that want to see them play. But we just don't know because this virus is not telegraphed what it's doing.
Short answer, Coach Carr doesn't know about a 2020 season. There are so many variables.
Michigan and Michigan State and our state, Central, Western, and Eastern, those guys want to play, and we want to play, but you know, you've got a lot of decisions to make.
He says the key is safety. If the powers that be can find a way to do it safely, he's all for it because he loves the game, always will. One of his fondest memories of his 13 years at Michigan, the game against Ohio State in 1997. Not for Charles Woodson's punt return.
Touchdown, no flag.
Or his Heisman pose, or the final 2014 score, but for the way the fans begged for the team to return to the field.
Bruce Monty came in, he says, Coach, he said, these people are not leaving. You got to take this team back on the field. So we went back out on the field, so I'm just hoping that soon we're going to have another Michigan team that will, if we're at home, they'll come down that tunnel, and then they'll have to go back again.
Another great moment for Carr, the 2004 triple overtime comeback win over MSU. You saw that game recently on Local 4. I wanted to fact check what Braylon Edwards told me.
Lloyd wasn't having it. Just throw the damn ball to Edwards.
He said, and I quote, Coach Carr just said, get the dang ball to Braylon. Is that true?
Yeah, because we knew, you know, Braylon was always a big-time threat on every single play.
These days, Coach spends his time in South Carolina with his wife. And in quarantine, he's been watching the Jordan documentary and Zooming with former players.
I was on Zoom a couple weeks ago. Brian Greasy called me.
How cool is that? Now, Coach Carr admits his Zoom skills aren't the best, but he gets the job done. As for current Michigan coach Jim Harbaugh, he was on ESPN this week, and he said if the choice this year is between playing without fans or not playing at all, he'd pick the former. Jamie Edmonds, Local 4.
Coach Carr, Michigan's most underappreciated coach ever. What a good man. Thank you for watching us at 6. Nightly News is next.
We'll see you back here tonight at 11.